This is about as darn close as I'm going to get. Oh my gosh, so the head actually just goes back. It doesn't turn around. Getting this back part was the most difficult thing. It must be for ages 80 plus, because I'm just like, for ages 8 plus, yeah, give that to an 8-year-old. See if they don't go crazy. They will throw this thing across the room and it will shatter into a billion pieces. The chest has an interesting point I did not know until I was fidgeting with it. Trying to get the arms underneath it, I couldn't get the arms underneath it. It folds and goes between the arms. The hands, I'm sure I missed a step in there because I couldn't figure these instructions out. I was looking at them trying to figure out, well, how does the head go? It did help me with the head. It did help me with the chest piece. Other than that, I kind of intuitively kind of figured out this goes here. I probably should have put this in and then popped the front together because I can't get it net. It keeps going back in and popping back out. I'm pretty sure it should lock into place. I think this is as close as I'm going to get to it. I hate this mode, and this toy is awful to me personally. You can probably comment down below and say, I liked it. Well, great. I'm glad somebody liked it. Because they liked it so much they made another one of this, I think. Because I got another one, it's gray, but I think it's the Jeep. So I'm going to put it back in robot mode. Although it'd probably be safer if I'm going to put it into storage. It might be safer like this, but I kind of like the robot mode, to be honest with you. But this is scary. All these clear pieces of plastic, man, they terrify me putting them back and forth and you know, stuff like that. Lots of clear panels, lots of kibble on the back. The legs were ridiculous. There's so many little pieces here that would break if I was a more careless person, which even as careful as I am, I tend to end up breaking things this fragile. So yeah, you let me know if you've given this to your kid. I'd like to know who actually gave it to a kid and it did not get destroyed. This is probably why I see these things broken all the time. There. On eBay, you see them like this laying on eBay, like people trying to get rid of this stuff because they don't know what to do with it, because their kids wanted it and then their kids got frustrated with it, and that's the end of that, you know. I'm not even sure what his legs look like at this point. They're so all over the place. Okay, so the wheels, I guess, go on the inside. Yeah. See, there we go. So I'm just trying to put it back the way it should be for the B mode, for just the robot mode. Like I told you, it's just a lot of fiddly stuff that you got to turn this way, that way, all the other ways. I'm not even sure why it's like, it doesn't want to tab in. It's like when you push it in, it wants to push back out. So maybe it's not supposed to do that. Maybe I'm just imagining it. This upper body part, whew. I'm telling you, it was touch and go and very scary for a long time there. Thinking I'm going to break everything on this thing. So the chest, like I said, it folds out like this. And then this piece actually goes behind it. The head comes back out, and you don't need to rotate the head around. It just goes right in like that. That's what was one of the things holding me back, was that the head was wanting to keep it from going in. All right, and then his long tail. Fiddle faddle, fiddly faddly, fiddly foo. Okay. Yeah, this goes up there pretty tightly, actually. This is where I'm afraid of. This is like, all these little pieces they're kind of terrifying. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's constantly like, I'm afraid I'm gonna break things off on him doing things. I have to just leave it as a tail on him. Yeah, I am sure people have kept breaking. Okay, it just folds like this. I'm sitting here trying to make it more clean looking. It just looks ugly. This mode right here, I mean, this parts. Okay, this goes right in here. And it's just a big mess. That's what it is. It is what it is. Okay, in robot mode, he's not that terrible, but yeah. Okay. So here he is in robot mode. I think I prefer him in robot mode. This other thing would look good, sort of, kind of, but it doesn't look like anything to me. You ever seen, I watched one episode of the Westworld, and I'm not watching any more of this. This is disgusting. But when she was shown a picture and she kept on saying, it doesn't look like anything to me. That's what I feel like when I look at that. It's like, it looks like a Tron car, which is kind of cool. Yes, I'll say that. But this, I cannot imagine giving it to an 8-year-old. All right, so him from the B movie and Scorponok. Scorponok superior. B is about the right size. I left him in Lamborghini mode because I like the Lamborghini. And once again, him beside the other Bumblebee. My Bumblebee's got wiggly legs, but I like G1. Not saying I don't like the complexity of these things, but has anybody broken one of these? Let me know in the comments below. I'm just curious of who has broken this thing. And I'm surprised my camera is still recording. So I figured it'd cut me off by now. I was just gonna let it cut me off naturally. I'm gonna tuck things away the best I can. Okay, so it is clipping on. I kept thinking this one's pushing back off. Maybe I got something in there. It's not letting it go all the way. Kind of like when you're trying to close the refrigerator and you don't realize that one of the ketchup bottles has moved forward and keeps, you don't realize it's keeping it from being closed completely. And then you start hearing this beep, beep, beep noise. And what the heck is that noise? You realize, oh, it's the beep, 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 beep noise. So in case you do what I'm about to do and throw these instructions away, I don't know, I might have to keep the instructions and just put it with him. Here's the instructions. I got to do it like this, so I can't just fold it. See what I mean? They're severely hard to follow. This part I was like, oh, well, I was wondering how in the world they got the arms on top of the thing. I was like, oh, it collapses. The chest collapses. And then I had to go back and like, why am I, the head seems to be not in the right place. They jacked the jaw up and they flipped it back. They didn't do what I did, turn it around. I thought that was gonna be better, but no, after I did that, it was a lot better. So sometimes figuring things out on your own, it's just not gonna happen. There's so many little teeny tiny points on this, but it chose to put the roof on last too. So it did what I did right here. It put those together and then it put the roof on top. See, when I put the roof on top last, I feel like it must wedge on the inside of it because it's just not sticking. And it does show you to put the weapon inside. Yeah, we're going to leave the weapon right on his arm, right there, because that looks pretty cool, I think. So it's a cool looking figure. I like him. Let's take a look at that face one more time. I don't think I took a look at it last time. Those eyes. And that arm cannon. So again, he does have a lot of good details. But that backpack, it's a little kibbly. A little bit too much for me. He could twist again like he did last summer. I did notice there is some thigh rotation I missed earlier. So right there, right, I'm off camera. There is some thigh rotation, which I did not notice earlier because it seemed like it was one big piece. But it is actually separate, so that's cool. So as an action figure, I like it. As a Transformer, hate it. Hate it. Maybe you had better luck than me. Maybe you followed the directions. Maybe you could follow directions. Again, just comment below. I want to hear what you guys think about it. Have a terrific Tuesday.